motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me!
The moonlight in your eyes tells me it'll be okay. When you're beside me, the world fades away.
Hello everyone, this is Daniel Larson. I love CP.
Not doing anything right! You guys are supposed to call my entertainment manager for security reasons!
This is for George Floyd. Rest in peace. Black Lives Matter.
The way you laughed, the way you screamed, you held me close, not sure how to feel.
Gotta call the police!
Am I afraid?
You're trying to kill me! You're beating me. No, you and me! You broke my arm! I didn't break your fucking arm! You grabbed me!
As we sat on the dock, I could hear you mock.
Today we're going to talk about one of the most messed up little bastards that the internet has ever seen. We're going to talk about someone as delusional as they come. Someone who by the end of this video I assume you're going to end up hating. But before we even get into it, listen to this.
I'm surrounded by people I don't see.
That little line about being surrounded by people that he can't see is going to become a lot more apparent as we go on here. It's very clear that unlike a lot of the other Lolcows we cover, while a lot of them have issues, no one has as many issues as Daniel here. A clear case of bipolar disorder, schizophrenia. Daniel has a lot going on. Now, does that excuse Daniel from criticism on many of these topics we're going to talk about? Probably. Probably does. I'm not a doctor, but I assume that may play a huge role in this. Nonetheless, we're talking about someone here who beats up old people, is a pedophile, and he also thinks his music career is like booming. Does it sound familiar? that sound like someone else we talk about on this channel here? So I'm going to enact the Cyrax rule today, and that rule is, once you get caught talking to kids or lusting over kids or doing weird shit surrounding kids, I think you become free reign to just fuck with on the internet. Fair deal? And while that's one of the main things that people get mad at Daniel for, and it's one of the main things that's at the top of his list of shitty things he's done, it's a really long list. Like, it's a really long list. And today I'm going to do my best to kind of run through some of the bullshit that people see when they see Daniel Larson. Now, I've told you before in these videos that I'm not going to look at the early life. I'm not going to go into Daniel Larson was born here and his parents were this. Like, no one gives a fuck about that. I know a lot of documentaries do that, not me. Is it laziness? Probably. Is it more of me just wanting to get to the funny shit? Absolutely. And how I'm going to start this is by telling you who Daniel Larson is. Daniel Larson is a man from Denver, Colorado. However, he currently, I guess, I don't know if the word is resides because he's homeless, but now he's in Los Angeles, and he's possibly going back to Denver if his community tab on YouTube is to be believed, because he has some legal stuff going on there that may drag him back there. I mentioned in the beginning of the video that he's as delusional as they come, and that's because he thinks he's this world-renowned musician. You heard one of his hit singles in the beginning of the video there, and, you know, it is better than anything Cyrax has ever done. It's better than anything Christian and the Hedgehog Boys has ever done, so Daniel at least has that going for him. Daniel also, when it comes to delusions, there's no bigger delusion, and you can call it delusion, you can call it just being an absolute fool, but he always thinks he's in relationships with these TikTok girls. Some in particular are underage or were underage when he started, like, really having a crush on them. Daniel's had a lot of stuff of his leak over the years. One thing in particular that really made people's eyes widen was a Pinterest account where he had all these weird, like, folders for, like, this type of little girl and these type of kids, a bunch of creepy shit. And Daniel, he's not afraid to admit it. He's not afraid to admit that this is his type of shit.
I admit that I am a pedophile.
I want to bring this up now because, for one, that video is not like ancient history. That was like from a week ago. that little snippet of Daniel calling himself a pedo. I wanted to bring this up because a lot of people, I assume, will say, hey, you know, he is schizophrenic. He could possibly think like a lot of different things. He could be admitting this because he thinks people are after him, and a lot of people, the trolls who do mess with him, want to get him to admit these things. Well, the reason I bring this up now is because of what I just previously mentioned, the Pinterest account. Daniel literally had an account where he was looking at pictures of kids and everything. He always goes after these really young-looking TikTok girls. I mean, look at the video of him in the beginning flipping off that girl, like, fuck you, TikTok girl. Daniel clearly has a track record with this, and it's something that has been found out by people, and it was a lot worse than people initially thought, because Daniel put up this apology video with a pretty striking claim in there.
I am sorry for having 500 megabytes of child porn.
That is a Grand Theft Auto Vice City amount of child porn on this man's computer. And he admitted to it. He apologized. He repented. Another bone of contention people have with Daniel is Daniel's infatuation with a TikToker or a singer named Grace VanderWaal. Now, Grace VanderWaal is currently 19 years old, but Daniel's had an infatuation with this girl for years now, well before she was 18. You don't believe that? Well, just look at these fucked up clips.
Hey, what's up? I just wanted to let all my fans know that currently I am in touch with Grace VanderWaal, and we might have some big stuff coming your way, so please stay tuned for upcoming events. I have some breaking news. Grace VanderWaal just told me she wants this public. We are officially dating.
Grace, I love you so much.
I would have her squirting all.
Yeah, all that was while she was 17. At the time, Daniel was 21 or 22. That was the same age, oddly enough, as your boy here around that time. And so I want to make that known, because if anyone tries to say, oh, he's only in his early 20s, you know, it's still fucked up. Like, I've heard people use that excuse before, like, oh, he's only 21, he's only 22. I was that age, and I couldn't fucking imagine trying to talk to a 17-year-old. It's fucked. I decided to start the video on this point because it was the first thing I had heard about Daniel Larson. I had heard he was this creepy dude on TikTok who would just constantly post on this young girl's account, always doing some weird shit. He still constantly posts on that girl Grace's videos still to this day. But where the Daniel Larson Lolcows story started was on TikTok. Daniel was a huge TikToker. Was he really well known and famous? I mean, not really. He wasn't one of like the upper echelon TikTokers, but he had his fans. Most of those fans who would just mess with him because they knew it was just another dumb shit on the internet. And Daniel's TikToks, you know, say what you will about the little guy, but him doing jumping jacks for George Floyd, now that's content. He posts and deletes random things all the time, most of which is just random garble that he puts up, but some of it is some brilliant stuff Daniel's got going on his TikTok page.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Daniel Larson. There is just now a text over social media that came up under Flex Burger. Please do not look at it. It's a picture of my ding-a-ling. Hello, my name is Daniel Larson. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Mike Hunt. Hello everyone, this is Daniel Larson. We are getting hacked. This is Daniel Larson. We are getting hacked. We're going on lockdown again. This is for Blake Shelton and Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Oh, Jesus, he's doing the jumping jack thing again.
Happy 69th birthday to Ted Bundy. You are a great person.
This is Daniel Larson. Please stop calling my phone number. I am getting hundreds per minute.
Do I look nice? Or do I look like a lizard who just came out of a shooting rabbit hole? Either way, looks like I don't have a future.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson. Addison Rae
and I are dating.
Ponytails with Dad. Check it out. What up?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I will not be doing porn. The company Fine Dining Records tried to use me as a scam. I did not let it happen. Thank you and have a great day. I am now with Atlantic Records.
Yeah, I think that after hearing that, it's as good of a time as any to talk about Daniel's whole record label situation. He thought he was signed to Atlantic Records for a while. He still thinks he's like this world-renowned rock star. His career's taken off. He's on the same level as like these TikTok girls that he so badly wants to be with, and no one can tell him anything differently. And that goes for fame in general, because Daniel thinks he's one of the most famous people in the world. He's always talking about his record deals and his labels, his agents, and all this stuff that are just trolls. And if they are real people, they're actually like caretakers, because Daniel's always he's always under the care of somebody. And I'll get into that in just a minute why that is. But he's so convinced that he's this big time, like big shot. Everyone knows who he is. And I think the trolling, the fact that all these people mess with him only make it even worse, because he looks at these people as just a bunch of haters that are really jealous of all his success that makes this man even think that he's the president, or maybe he thinks he's going to become president. Daniel Larson, if you ever look on his community tab, he'll be writing stuff like, "We need to build a stronger wall." Daniel Larson, hashtag 2024, shit like that. And this was covered in a little more length in Grease Wizard's video, which will be linked in the description below, about Daniel's whole deal with being the president. And again, it just shows how gullible this man is, because he'll believe anything. Now, I don't think Daniel was ever really a Rhodes Scholar. This man never really had a good brain on him. But it just shows now that he has all these trolls who always convince him, like, hey, you know, you're going out with this TikTok star. And he's so willing to just jump on TikTok and tell everyone about it without even thinking twice. So there's definitely people who mess with Daniel, but there are people who genuinely care about Daniel. And one of those people is Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is Daniel calls him a mentor. And Bob is someone who really cares deeply about Daniel. Now, Bob met Daniel at some, like, special program Daniel was doing for, to be in the care of somebody. Like, it was, I guess, some big, like, house where Daniel was at the time. Daniel's going to a lot of these different places, gone under the care of a lot of different people, because when he was young, he self-admittedly said this. We don't know if it's true, that his mom was very abusive, then his grandmom took care of him, and then when she died, he was just all over the place. So there's tons of different people in Daniel's life we can get into, from years ago up till currently now. But I really want to focus on Bob, because the Bob story is what I think sheds the most light on Daniel just being a terrible, terrible person to the people who care for him. Bob's done a lot for Daniel. He's put up with a lot of Daniel's shit. Daniel has said before that Bob's helped him try to get his music career off the ground. Bob has really supported Daniel a lot. And you may ask, well, how does Daniel repay him in these situations? Well, Daniel gaslights him. Daniel manipulates the guy. Daniel beats the guy. Bob is a little too nice to Daniel. If it was any normal person, you would just kick this guy to the curb years ago. But honestly, it's clear that Bob just feels sorry for Daniel. He knows that he doesn't have, like, anyone to look after him. And Bob maybe, I don't know the full story of Bob's, like, whole life, his backstory, but I just imagine he's like, man, like, I really want to look out for this guy and all that. And if you saw these two on the streets together, you'd think, wow, it's just like a dad, like, just looking after his special needs son. Like, look at this, like, this video right here. It's just Bob and Daniel out we don't see Bob, you just see Daniel, because Bob doesn't like being recorded. And, they seem like they're just getting along fine. It looks like two friends sitting there. Daniel's got a very not strange smile on his face at all times. But it doesn't always end up like this, my friends. It can get pretty bad, and it gets bad when Daniel doesn't get what he wants, or Daniel feels slighted, or Daniel feels any type of problem in his life. He takes that shit out on other people. Now, the topic we're about to jump into is something that didn't happen very long ago, only about a month ago. I'm not sure the exact backstory of what happened here. If it was a motel that told Daniel they were going to kill him, if it was a troll that had posed as a motel that told Daniel they were going to kill him, if a troll had gotten to the motel beforehand and said some really fucked up shit about Daniel that led them to saying that they were going to kill him if he stepped on the premises. But that's what you need to know for the clip we're about to walk into. Daniel was planning on staying at a hotel. He called them up. They told him, we have guns, and if you step on the premises, it's over for you. And Daniel, well, how do you think he reacted to this? Do you think he just went, well, that is a threat. I'm contacting the police. I didn't do anything wrong. Kind of, but not in the way you're probably supposed to go about this. Obviously, being told that we're gonna blow you away if you step on the premises is a pretty triggering thing to hear, no pun intended. But obviously, if you saw the beginning of the video, I think you know what you're in for here. Daniel did not respond to this in a very good way at all. As we've already talked about, yes, Daniel has a lot of problems, and that's probably going to be attributed to why he acted like this in this situation. But with all that being said, I'm going to show you what happened when Daniel was in Bob's car after this happened, how Daniel reacted. I'm going to cut away from it at some points because I didn't in the beginning of the video, and I feel like that was probably a mistake. But I have a feeling you're going to see what's going on here. You're going to know what's going on here, so that's not going to be a problem. But once again, with all that being said, let's jump into this.
I'm not going to. I'm bleeding. Yeah, you're bleeding because you're hitting yourself. But you don't. I've got to get help. I've got to get help. I've got to call the police. No, I'm bleeding. I've got to call the police. No, the motel threatened to kill me. The motel threatened to kill me. I've got to call the police. I've got to get you out of here. Yeah, you've got to get out of my car. The motel threatened to kill me. 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 And you're trying to kill me. The motel threatened to kill me. The motel threatened to kill me. The motel threatened to kill me.
So as you can see, Daniel is just going nuts on a TikTok live. At the very end there, he starts throwing elbows, or what I assume to be like kind of side-handed strikes at Bob Proctor, who is in the driver's seat. And Daniel, you see, that's how he reacts. You know, he's in a lot of mental trouble right now. You know, he's very scared, as you can see. Now, is it all warranted? Probably not. It was probably just a fucking troll. But he takes that shit out. Like, he just keeps saying, like, why can't you help me? The hotel's trying to kill me. Bang, 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 I'm just going to start hitting you now. And that's not the only time in this video he hits Bob. Don't think that's it. Like, Bob's still got more coming to him. Daniel here, like, that's the big thing. If you're not trying to help him, if you're not there to help him, then fuck you. And in this moment, he felt like Bob was not there to help him.
The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! I've got to get the police here to get you out of here! The motel threatened to kill me! 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 Get out of my car! No, you don't! I need help! Get out of my car! I need help! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! This is your last chance to get out of my car. This is your last chance. Then I'm going to call the police.
Dear God, he is hammer fisting his own face over and over. That's the cause of all that blood. This is what I talked about in the beginning. You can have your Cyrax, you can have your King Cobras, you can have your Chris Chans. None of these guys have more problems than Daniel. And you wouldn't see these guys doing the shit Daniel does here. Now this isn't like, haha, let's laugh at the guy. This is like, what the fuck? Like, this isn't even Lolcow shit. This is just a dude who is mentally not there. And what's the worst about this is he'll be like this 1 minute, and as you're about to see, he's going to take it out on Bob in another minute, and then after that, he's just, okay, I'm cool again, I just want to get on with my life, don't call the police, it's time to get back to my music career. Like, Daniel, if he's in the right state of mind, he'll just get along fine, you know, he'll do all his normal shit, but when he really gets scared like this is how he reacts, and this is a clear-cut case of someone who needs to be given actual help, because this can't fly. You know one day he's going to do something that really, if he's willing to hurt himself like that, you know the length he's going to be willing to go to. So You just goddamn. But we're not over with this video yet. I bet you a lot of you guys are probably walking away from this video now, and I wouldn't blame you. This is some heavy shit. But it's like I said, that's not the only hitting that's about to go on now. When Bob mentions the police again, Daniel's gonna go off, and those strikes aren't gonna be thrown at Daniel no more. They're gonna be thrown in the direction of the driver's seat.
Oh, you're trying to kill me! And tell him you're beating me. No, you hit me! You broke my arm! I didn't break your fucking arm. You grabbed me! Yeah, because you were beating me. You sure this is what you want? I'm calling the police. Okay. No, you're not helping me. You're not helping. You're hitting me. But you're not helping me! The motel threatened to kill 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 me! I have a person here in my car that's beating me. He's a friend of mine, but he's gone crazy, and he's beating me, and I need help. No, I need help!
Now, as I just previously mentioned, it's obvious this guy needs help, but look at the selfishness there on Daniel. After punching Bob, beating Bob, Bob's sitting there just like, ow, ow, fucking stop. Like, you can hear it, the dude's in actual pain, and Daniel stops for a second and goes, you're not helping me. Like, fuck, what the fuck? At this point, you're lucky you didn't get thrown out of a moving car. Like, now, I don't think the car's moving, thank God, because that car could have went off the road. But even when Bob calls the cops, Bob's like, he's beating me, I need help. And Daniel's like, no, I need help. And he's so far out there, and the only person he can think of is himself. That's the thing with Daniel at the end of the day. Most lolcows are self-centered. Daniel is really self-centered. Daniel, he can only think about himself. He can only think about what's good for him. And as you can see, even the people who care about him the most in this world, he has no problem hurting them as much as he wants, is because he feels like he's not getting what he's deserved. The help that he needs to stop this fucking Holiday Inn from taking him out from the rooftop when he tries walking through their lobby. Like, I don't know why he thought this was the case, obviously because someone told him it over the phone, but it's just one of the things that Daniel overhyped in his head. Like, okay, Daniel, then don't go to the hotel. Like, if it's that simple, just don't go to the hotel then. But no, you're going to sit here, you're going to beat your own face in, you're going to beat your mentor to the point where Daniel's left. Daniel's in California now. Bob's still back in Colorado. I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but I assume it did. I really assume it did. Like I said, I'm trying to learn my best about Daniel Larson here. There's so much on this guy, and I really think that we're going to need many more videos to talk about this little fucker. But there's a few more topics I wanted to talk about, and one of which being, Daniel, we talked about, he doesn't give a shit about anybody other than himself. And that doesn't just go for his friends and all, that goes for establishments, restaurants too. Because Daniel, while now being in California, is constantly broke. He's always begging for donations from people. He's like he's the DSP of the streets. You see, because Daniel Larson just roams around LA, all homeless and whatnot, finding random places to sleep and charge his phone. And he'll get online, he'll get on live stream and be like, hey guys, you need to donate to me. I saw a video before where he was saying, to all my supporters, if you want to support me, you can. But since the trolls wronged me, you are going to donate to me now. I'm waiting for these donations. I can't find this particular video, but if anyone knows which one I'm talking about, link it in the comments below. I'd love to show people that one. But you see, Daniel, when he gets those donations, when they're few and far between, but some people really will support this little bastard, he'll use them on things like random stocks. Like, he'll be like, I bought $5 in Marriott stock. And then you'll go to his YouTube community page and he's like, oh god, no. And it's just a picture of like the stock dropping a little bit. He doesn't know what to do with his money. He's not good with money. And even when he gets money, he still goes ahead and lies about it when he has money on him, saying, oh god, guys, we still need more though. We still need more. Because people have found Daniel eating at restaurants with big plates of food and all that, while also begging for donations. But hey, if he doesn't have the money to get those big plates of food, that's not an issue for Daniel Larson, because he is a notorious dine and dasher. And, he'll go to places like the Cheesecake Factory, right? And if you believe Daniel's story, he was asked nicely to leave the premises, go outside and talk to the cops, and they threw him in a car right then and there. there. Now, Daniel is a notorious dine and dasher. He loves to go into these restaurants and not pay. One thing he does is he'll go in there, order food, and then tell people online, he'll put a picture of the checkup, right? And be like, all right, guys, I need people to pay for this now. I just got this meal. This particular meal the other day at the Cheesecake Factory was like, I don't know how much it was. It was probably like $70 or $80. One of the things that he bought was a $9 bowl of strawberries. This is a man who doesn't have any money to pay for this, is going into these places and expecting people to go, well, he really needed some of them strawberries, you know, he was craving them things, so I have no problem paying $10 for his bowl of strawberries. Like, fuck, get the fuck out of here. So, as you can tell, a lot of restaurants don't like this. He's been banned from tons of restaurants in LA. Just the other day, he was waiting outside of Disneyland for people to pay for his ticket to get in there. And just like most Lolcows do, someone actually did it, so fucking great. Great to send this guy who's an admitted pedophile into goddamn Disneyland. But there are so many things to talk about with Daniel. The fact that he always destroys things, he destroys other people's property too. As we've already mentioned, he doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself, and I don't think that'll ever change with Daniel. And I think with this attitude he has of him thinking that he's like the next big thing, not even the next big thing, I apologize, he is the big thing right now. Everyone wants to be part of Daniel Larson's life, you know? He's a world famous musician, he's as famous as they come, so why wouldn't people want to be involved? Daniel is constantly traveling down this slippery slope of being one of the most wild Lolcows out there, and I think after this video you can see why a lot of people think that he is. So as I said, we're going to do a lot more videos on Daniel here because there is so many things to talk about with him, and this video didn't even scratch the surface. This is only so you guys have a nice little look into the rabbit hole that is Daniel Larson. But there's one more thing I want to do before we end this video here. I want to go over to Daniel's YouTube page. I want to go down his community tab, and I want to read you guys the statuses, the updates that Daniel has made just today alone. So, why don't we just jump right over to Daniel's channel, as I've mentioned before, linked in the description below if you want to see this, all this bullshit. But let's go back, let's say, I don't know, 18 hours, right? And we'll read from there. He can't be posting that much stuff in only 18 hours. The grand finale is about to happen. Cash App Daniel Larson. Good morning, everyone. I know it's hard, but we need to keep pushing through. We need to help children have a stable childhood and not go through what I have gone through to be able to get the help I needed. Now that's facts. That is facts. We need to put an end to childhood neglect and abuse. Again, facts from Daniel Larson here. I still need new clothes and to go to the police station. Okay, I now have my meeting that I have to go to for housing. I am being double-crossed in love. Don't think he knows what that means, but okay. Phone bill time with a nervous-looking emoji, and you know he's feeling that, 100%. Daniel Larson's phone is everything to him. He's always recording for evidence and everything in case anyone ever tries to hurt him. He's always on that phone. So you know this is definitely the most crucial thing to him, is getting that money for that phone bill, because if there's one thing he ain't losing, it's that goddamn phone. I have $250 in bills today. And then he follows up with another link to his Cash App. I bet you people are going to pay that off for him. If not all of it, they're going to come pretty close. The worst financial news in the Larsonian history just happened. Larsonian. In 2 weeks, I will start looking for low-income housing. Apparently, I don't qualify for the apartment. He posts yet another link to his Cash App and then says, I just pulled out $50 from savings for emergency bills. You'd think that 50 would have came in handy every time you've dined and dashed. Is that not an emergency, Daniel? You know, food? I guess not. The phone, though, your cell phone, that's an emergency. This one's one of my favorites. I now have $100 in bills, and that is immediately followed by, I just got a $100 overcharge fee. Oh, Daniel, as soon as the money comes in, it's going right back out. I have to call Social Security in California. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Would that even do anything for him? He's not a resident. He doesn't have a house. He has a Denver ID. He just showed up in California. Can you do that? Can you just show up there, call them, and be like, I live here now, so pay up? I don't know. I'm $1 down. Damn, this man is down terribly. He's down one whole billiard. Grace Vanderwall is terrified of the Reddit. He can't stop putting this girl's name in his mouth. New rule is I'm going to have restaurants charge me before I order. He's going to really regret this one. I feel like he's doing this to try to take accountability and be like, hey, you know what? To take responsibility for my own actions, I'm going to take the initiative and tell them that I'll do this just so they know I'll pay. He's going to go out for dinner tonight and be like, fuck, I just lost my last dollar. How am I supposed to get my $9 bowl of strawberries now? I'm having a hard time keeping my phone charged. It's probably because you're on it every goddamn second of every goddamn day posting some bullshit like this. So in this next one, Daniel posts a picture of himself, like a nice selfie, and says Daniel Larson needs to get a haircut. Now, we're about to find out pretty soon what exactly happened when Daniel tried to get that haircut, but yeah, for right now, he's really hoping to go get that shit snipped, but we'll find out what happens soon. I have $90 in gym membership bills today that I have to pay today that are due today. I assume he pays for this gym membership so he has somewhere to go sometimes if he's, if he's all homeless all day. Now, the thing is, I didn't touch on it in this video, but in many other videos, people talk about how, just how little care in his hygiene Daniel takes. He refuses to shower, so I don't know if this is just because he has it to go shower. I highly doubt it, but yeah, it could be because he's accidentally paying one back in Denver and he doesn't even know about it, so who knows? Who knows? Daniel says, I also still haven't paid my phone bill. It's only been like a few hours since he last mentioned that, so you can tell he's fiending to get that thing paid for. He is just dreading the worst when he sees that little bar in the corner go from like, what is it, LTE, change to like fucking 2G. I don't know how it works. I've never not paid my phone bill, but Daniel, you know he's dreading that hard. Then he says, it seems like the company is down from last month right now, wishes concerning. Wait, I just noticed wishes concerning. Wishes concerning. Yes, Daniel, I agree. That's perfect. But that's not the best spelling mistake Daniel makes on this thing. Just wait till one of the last ones we have here. I'll lose it when I read this one. Daniel says, I have really terrible news. I have $300 in bills to pay and no way to pay everything done in time. Well, it's kind of what happens when you just waste all your money on dumb bullshit, but then he says, it's time to start thinking about priorities. Do you think, Daniel, you think now's the time? Maybe not a few years ago, but nonetheless, it's good that you're finally wising up to this. Let's see if over the next few days, weeks, months, Daniel actually starts to think about his priorities and cut out all this bullshit. I'd take no on that one, but I don't know. I could see there being some yes people out there. Stop calling the theed. He means to say third, and that's not the only time in this little array of messages here that he's going to make that mistake, but stop calling the third base bar and grill and saying you are Grace Vanderwaal and getting me banned. So, if it's not the Dine and Dashing, then it's the trolls who are calling these places and getting him banned. And you might be wondering, how do they always know where Daniel's at? It's because he willingly talks about it, will post about it, will make little TikToks with himself there, not thinking what's going to happen next. He does this all the time, gets kicked out all the time, and like any lolcow, just points the finger at the trolls and goes, you are the problem. Well, granted, it is a dick move to call these places and all that. Just stop giving away your location. It's never going to stop if you don't stop doing that. The trolls need to stop leaking my location and then calling the police. Are they really doing that? I don't know. I feel like Daniel thinks that like he's fucking air tagged or something. Like they always know his location, and how do they always find out when it's him giving them this information? Then of course the trolls are going to use it to fuck with you, Daniel. That's how the internet works. People are going to be assholes. It's the way it is. But the fact that, I don't know, the police are probably not being called by the trolls themselves. They're probably being called by the management, the establishment that is being called by the trolls. But Daniel, he's got to put that blame firmly on them. Daniel says again, the feed base bar, once again meaning the third base bar, and grill manager saw the Reddit and the trolls and banned me from the establishment. We then jump back to the haircut saga with Daniel saying, I'm trying to get a haircut appointment. Will he get that appointment? Stay tuned. I'm speechless about the trolls and the Vanderwaal impersonators. Yeah, Daniel Larson constantly thinks he's working with that Grace Vanderwall girl just because the trolls always have him believing that. I guess this girl has like a team with her family on it that all like, I guess they help her out with management and all that. I don't know exactly what it is, but Daniel has believed before and still may believe to this day that he is on that team. And it's just more trolls messing with him. The next place I get banned from, someone is going to get in bigger trouble than now. See, once again, it's someone else has to be the problem, not Daniel. Daniel may be the one dining and dashing and always recording in places where they tell him not to record. But hey, the trolls, you're the ones going to get in trouble for this. He'll just tell the cops your name and they'll come running right to your address to defend Daniel's honor. Daniel then says, I just got banned from the entire block that the third base is on. F you, trolls. And right above that is my favorite one of Daniel's posts from today. I'm innocent. No, Daniel, you poor bastard. You're innocent, bro. He's innocent, guys. Oh, this poor misunderstood little celebrity. We're all feeling for you, Daniel. Daniel goes on to say, the third base bar and grill has filed new criminal charges on me. And then a passive-aggressive emoji, then an angry one. I am confirmed by the FBI that I was trolled into the Grace Vanderwall nude videos, and I am not in trouble for it. It just can't happen again. As far as the trolls, the FBI is investigating. Stop impersonating the Vanderwall team or you will be arrested. Yeah, because you went to the FBI about the fact that... I don't know, Daniel definitely didn't actually go to the FBI. He may have tried, but they're definitely not investigating the trolls. There's a story out there that I haven't mentioned with Daniel shoving something up his ass for Grace Vanderwall. It's a really gross video. Daniel obviously has sent pictures before. You heard him in that one little compilation I made where he's talking about sending his ding-a-ling and stuff. This happens to Daniel all the time, and in his mind, sending this to that girl, Grace Vanderwall, who wants nothing to do with him, who was underage at the time when he developed his infatuation with her, that's who the FBI is saying, Daniel, you're cool, bud. Just don't let it happen again. Give us a high five, Daniel. You want a lollipop? But you trolls, you fucking trolls, if you dare get in this man's way again, you're done. You're done. Sit down, trolls. And that's how these Lolcows think. They think, yeah, I did this really terrible shit, but you guys who make fun of me for it, you're the ones who are gonna get in trouble. What a weird little guy. And if you don't think that's an accurate assessment of Daniel, look at this next one. The LAPD is aware of my popularity, and we are working together to track down the trolls. No, they are aware of your infamy, and they're keeping you on their radar because they know you dine and dash, you beat up old people, you're an admitted pedophile online. You're not somebody that the LAPD is going to be like, oh, Daniel, this guy's a reliable little bastard. Let's take his word for everything. No, Daniel. No, it's more scare tactics against the trolls, something all Lolcows do. Daniel says safety first, and then Daniel says the haircut is going to be $45. So just a few minutes ago, we read that he said he's like $300 in debt, I believe, right? So now $345 that'll be because he needs his haircut real badly, understandable. To trim my beard and mustache, it will cost another $20. So, okay, so make it $365. Daniel, if you just got one supporter to send you $1 for every day of the year, you could probably pay this off by next January. But it looks like that won't matter because Daniel says, so I can't get the haircut today. Too many trolls were calling, so I have to call a corporate number now to get unbanned. I guess that's from the barber shop. I guess it was like a chain place. But yeah, Daniel is banned from yet another establishment. In his next post, he says, alright, 2 more locations Dan from in a single day. Obviously, he probably meant banned there. He was probably only going to write ban, but even messed up that and wrote Dan. But bad day for Daniel. 2 more places he's now banned from. The third base bar and this random haircut place. All because of those damn dirty trolls. Alright, there will be no haircut today because of the trolls calling the locations. I thought you already just mentioned that, but okay. The next place that bans me will get harassment charges pressed on them. leave it to Daniel to think that, you know, he's so important that he can't be banned from no place. It's not like none of these places hold the right to ban whoever they want, to have whoever they want in their restaurants. But Daniel here, no. Even if it's good reason, even if I dine and dash, harassment charges placed on you. You absolute trolls at the Cheesecake Factory. Emergency. I need 80 for me to pay bills tonight, or I won't be able to make money and my phone service tomorrow will stop. Again, you can see the fear Daniel has here. These frantic posts about his phone bills. They're coming at you hot, maybe 1 or 2 an hour. And Daniel, like I said, he's scared. For all we know, all these community posts could up and stop tomorrow, and Daniel would have no outlet. He'd basically be talking to a wall. Daniel says, stop believing the trolls. And then Daniel says Daniel Larson is in a financial crisis. It's quite obvious by this point. Daniel says the trolls are trying to get me arrested, which probably isn't false. The trolls kind of want to see Daniel get arrested or get somewhere where he can get the mental health that he needs. The mental health help, that is, I'm sorry. And it's because he doesn't ever go for it himself, you know. If he was behind bars, he wouldn't be out here doing all this dumb shit, but... you know, who knows? Who knows if he'd get the help he needed? But then Daniel says that the FBI is on his side. They are in agreement with this little pedo. So that's good to know. Daniel posts the same picture he posted earlier about his haircut, but this time it's captioned, Putin, don't underestimate our power in the USA. That's very patriotic of you, Daniel. Russia will be destroyed this year. It's a bold prediction. Get ready for 2023, everyone. Well, Daniel, we've been here for about 3 weeks now. I can see you are quite slow, though, so I can't blame you for catching up this late. I'm about to have a very crazy 2023 year. Oh, I think most people expect that, Daniel. With the path you're on this year really can't be anything but pretty crazy. I'd assume you'd do some wild shit, so we can't wait to see it. Daniel Larson is in perfect position for an emergency plan to save his career. See, Daniel's scared now. He thinks that his music career, all his fame could be slipping away. But he has that opportunity. He has that plan in mind. And can't wait to see when it's enacted. The trolls need to stop calling his family and friends. I have no idea who this one's about. It might be about his buddy Cyrax. No, I mean, Daniel and Larson and Cyrax have never met each other, but in our Lolcow wrestling league we do here on this channel, there's a group called the Predators. It involves EDP, Daniel Larson, and Cyrax. They're a pretty big force of nature to be reckoned with. If you guys have never checked that out, usually stream it most nights, so just plug in that real quick. But yeah, the trolls definitely need to stop calling whoever this is his family and friends. People are coming up to me asking for money. WTF? Like, dude, you're famous. Of course they are. Like, help the people out a little bit, Daniel. Jeez. And finally, Bob just told me he will help with the phone bill. Of course he will, because Bob's a pushover. Even when you beat him, he'll still help you, even though he shouldn't. That was all in one fucking day. 18 hours was all of those posts we just read. You'd think that was like, oh, let's go down and look at the things he's written in the last week or a couple weeks or month. No. No, there's probably so much more that's been posted while I've been reading these. So Daniel here, if you ever want to go see what Daniel's doing, what his life's like, he'll be willing to tell you almost everything. Might not always be the truth, but it will be there. Go to Daniel's YouTube page. There's so much stupid shit with this guy. I really just wanted to talk to him today because I've been watching videos on him and he is just one of the worst people. I didn't really get into his gaslighting and all, telling Bob, you know, oh, well, I'm just recording for your safety, you know, even when Daniel's freaking out, talking about wanting to off himself. No, well, I'm afraid, Bob, that you're gonna off yourself, you know. It's just, he's such a bad person, especially the pedo shit, and it's why I started the video with it. There's so much here we can talk about with Daniel, and I assume we're going to be talking about a lot more, so stay tuned for that, guys. And I hope you guys liked this video, because I had fun making it, but at some points I was just like, oh my god, this dude he's just the worst. And you can be the judge of that yourself. Do you think Daniel's a really bad guy? Do you think he's just a victim to his own mental illnesses? I want to know what you guys think about this little bastard in the comments. But with that being said, that's the video, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm going to get out of here. But before I do that, I want to give shouts out to Vanessa, Scaly Schisms, Phelan's Party Place, Churlish, Pythia, Your Mom, Mick Surly, Adrian Lara, Sky Fitzpatrick, Alright Stingy, G-Man, Wade Pauls, Trademark, Commander Louie, Krabby, Justin S., the Ghostbusters fan, Steve from Machete Squad, Vaga, Italian Boy Advance, East, Chris Chance Fanta Bottle Collection, Pebra, XK Rux, Bullet BP, Synthesist, Fat Potato, Dan Noodles, Emery, Trygive Black Tiger, ATK Cast, Jason Breen, Philly B, Bass Trucker, Robot Gorilla Man, Jared Bradford, Soda Joe, the United States Department of Homeland Security, Seal Currently, Eric Estrada, Everborn, Jurassic Clark, Gravy, Akiba's Beat Fan, Pokemon Trainer Andre, Cowboy Pete, Burger Boy, Cyrax's Stylus, Hillbilly Wizard, Sora Trash, Hurricane Salem, Isaiah, Danny the Foot, Prideful Jester, Cyanide Candy, Smokey's Dealer, Kiwi Bros, Griffin Shivo, Chef Meme Maker, Austin Vidal, Club Doom, Alex, Sarah's Van, Gryphon, Gourd Believer, Jay Avarice, Tilted J, and Costai. You guys are all fucking goats, and I say it every time, but if you made it to the end of this one, you're a goat as well, especially if you got through that scene of Daniel beating himself. It was pretty brutal on that one, I can't lie. This is definitely one of the more extreme videos I've ever done. I always say it in these that, you know, you really should consider downloading this if you want to. You can repost it, you can put this wherever you want. I really don't give a shit. But I'd love for people to have it downloaded in case YouTube ever sees this and goes, get that off of there. Because I back these up too, but you know, I just like to know that if you guys like these videos, download it, keep it for yourself. I told you, I don't mind if people repost things. If you ever want to use this for anything, you ever want to use any of these videos for anything, go ahead. It's free reign. I don't give a shit. But I do want to say that to really help me understand Daniel Larson more, I've been watching a lot of videos, and there's one guy named Perk30, a dope name, but he's been making awesome Daniel Larson content. I'm going to link his Daniel Larson documentary down in the link in the description below. It is awesome. It goes over topics that we really didn't touch on here, and it is just, it's a great look into Daniel. This one was just more of me wanting to clown on him and just see the wild shit he does, but I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of other good videos out there, and you guys, I know you just look up Daniel Larson, you'll find them for yourself. But yeah, we're definitely going to look into more of this dude in this channel, and hope you guys are ready for it. We still got more of the same old coming, more Cyrax, more Chris Chan, obviously, and yeah, I hope you guys are going to be here to enjoy it. So until next time, I'm going to get out of here, and yeah, stay safe, my friends.